Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions.
It's over! Fly, Eagles, fly!
Celebrate the big win with the official licensed Super Bowl champions gear. Available now at NFLshop.com.
The Eagles win it! Super Bowl 59!
From jerseys to hats to must-have collectibles, we've got everything you need to rep your team with pride. Don't wait. These styles won't last. Shop now at NFLshop.com and gear up like a champion.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Ooh, later with Mo Kelly on KFI AM 640.
We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app, and Cory Henry is literally coming up the stairs at this moment. He'll be in the studio in just a moment, but just want to let you know, after the show tonight, I made mention of it earlier, the whole crew, we're going to see Captain America: Brave New World. We actually like each other on this show. We actually hang out together on occasion, believe it or not. For all the sniping at one another and for all the attempts to make fun of each other, we actually kind of like each other as people.
It's going to turn into Valentine's Day while we're at the movie.
Yes. Yeah, I think right around midnight.
But I want you to keep your hands to yourself. I'm not getting a popcorn bucket. I'm not putting it in my lap.
I'm not the one you need to worry about. It's Tawala you need to worry about. Yeah, see? It's Tawala.
Well, him I don't mind.
Yeah, Tawala, what usually happens is Tawala will just buy all the tickets. And then when I get there, I'll buy all the food. And then we just usually have a good time and watch the movie. And then we go home at, 3, 4 in the morning. I don't know why he gets these tickets always after work, after we've had a full day. Now, it works for Mark Ronner because Mark Ronner's going to be up till 6 a.m. anyhow.
Doesn't bother me at all. Middle of the day.
Me? No. I can't speak for Stefan because you're usually out of here around 10-ish, right after the show?
Yeah, around 10. Yeah, but, and it's hard. It's kind of getting me used to, if we do start doing these more often, doing Uber again, because, staying out till like 4 a.m, it's like, okay, well, I think I can hang watching a movie if I could drive around.
I can't do that. Now I can hang till 2, 3 in the morning. I can do it, if only because I took a nap today. And since I took a nap today, since I'm old, I can handle it. But if I didn't take a nap, oh no, it would have been just like that Aquaman 2 fiasco we saw. It was all I could do to stay awake at all in that theater.
Well, weirdly, though, that's a movie where it's okay if you sleep through as much of it as possible.
I don't remember half of it, and I never went back to revisit it or see any of it.
Nope.
It did not matter.
You've done the right thing.
But tonight is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to try to stay up through the whole movie somehow, some way. I hear good things. We're getting actual real reviews of the movie now, which are coming out. People that I know who've seen it, they're saying good things about it. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
It's supposed to have had a very troubled production.
Troubled production. I know they had extensive reshoots. There were some other issues going on. And also Marvel's track record as of late hasn't been great. So the expectations are much higher for any movie. They haven't had a major hit. I'm trying to think the last major hit they had.
Well, Wolverine and Deadpool. Deadpool and Wolverine.
That's true. But outside of that, Endgame was maybe the last one.
And that was really good. But yeah, they've had some code browns in the meantime. I'll just say this. I know we got to do something else here, but I just forwarded myself an article that said Brave New World was allegedly the most tense Marvel set that people say they've worked on, with the sequences completely cut. Lots of sequences that they shot were cut out of the film. And a quote, I think everyone on the crew knew this is probably not going to be a good film. So kind of
that's too bad.
Mixed feedback going in.
Yeah, you don't know. But, a lot of times I've heard that, and then the movie completely surprised me.
The trailer looks terrific, and I haven't gotten sick of it no matter how many times I've seen it.
I would be more concerned if they didn't do reshoots and they just plowed ahead. So if they did reshoots, hopefully it's for the betterment of the whole movie.
We should clarify for listeners, every big movie has reshoots. That means nothing when people complain about reshoots. You need the context.
No, but there are also some other issues as far as the perception of Anthony Mackie as being quote unquote Captain America, and whether that fits within some people's idea of who Captain America was, even though, and I'm going to save this for my final thought. I have some thoughts on that, but also people lose sight of the fact that it's in the comics. You always complain about comic accuracy. Then when you give it and they get it, and it's almost like, well, not that accuracy. We don't want that much accuracy.
I wonder what problem people could possibly have.
I can only hypothesize it has something to do with, I'll wait to my final remarks. But no, the fellas, we're going to get together and do this. And you wonder, like, do you guys actually do this a lot? Not often. Not often. I would say maybe 3-4 times a year, maybe once a quarter. We get it. Because it also depends on whether there's a movie that we all collectively want to see. We can't let Tuwala just do what he wants to do. Because if he does, he'll have us going to any old movie. And we just can't trust him like that. He likes to stay up late. Mark likes to stay up late. I like to be asleep by 1 a.m.
Tuwala also has a fondness for those children's movies.
He does. He does. And he'll want to see like Moana 2. I have no desire to see Moana 2.
Well, that's also for his daughter wanted to see it, right?
I don't give a damn. I don't want to see that. And with Tuwala is a distinct possibility that he'll actually buy us all tickets to go see it. And I have to let him know, no, that's not me, dog. That's you and the family.
That's a no for me, dog.
That's a no for me. I'm Randy Jackson of this. That's a no for me, dog.
It's just shocking how, I don't know how he doesn't zombie out the next day at work, because staying up so late.
And he gets up early
that's what I'm saying. Like, how does he even function?
Tuwala has 2 jobs. And the first job, he has to be in at like maybe 6:37 in the morning.
He's up at like 5.
And that has nothing to do with whether he's dropping his daughter off to school. I don't know how he does it, but I chose a life in which I would not have to do it. So I am not trying to get up at 4:30 to go to one job and then have to maybe sleep in my car for lunch or something, and then come to this job and then go out to the movies afterward. No.
Tuwala's stamina fascinates me because I remember scheduling whole college semesters around sleeping in a little bit.
Oh, I did. No, here was the trick. And my father taught me this. Don't have early classes, because early classes mean early exams. And if you want to do a test at 7 in the morning, that's probably not in your best interest. You'd rather have one at like 11 o'clock, where even if you're studying until 4 in the morning, you can get a good 4 hours of sleep or so, and then take your exam and be clear-headed.
Also hangovers.
I have never gotten drunk the night before an exam in my life. Well, I can say that confidently.
What about before a class, just in general?
I probably did in my senior year when things were coming down to the end.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There are some days I was day drinking on the lawn and then go to class, but it wasn't the same, but not like during the course of a normal semester.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, because I did this, like what Mark did. I would have like some late morning classes, like 10 or 11, and then the last one would be like at 4 or 5. So I could, like you said, nap sometimes.
There you have it. When we come back, Cory Henry in studio, we're going to celebrate his Grammy. He was Grammy nominated when he last was here. Now he's Grammy Award winning. KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions.
It's over! Fly, Eagles, fly!
Celebrate the big win with the official licensed Super Bowl champions gear. Available now at NFLShop.com.
The Eagles win it! Super Bowl 59!
From jerseys to hats to must-have collectibles, we've got everything you need to rep your team with pride. Don't wait. These styles won't last. Shop now at NFLShop.com and gear up like a champion.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
App.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640 is Later with Mo Kelly. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. You may recognize that virtuosity. When we last spoke to Cory Henry, he was a Grammy nominee in the category of Best Roots Gospel Album. And as we speak to him right now tonight, he is the Grammy Award-winning artist thanks to his win back on February 2nd for his album Church, or as we say, Church. He also has a new single. We'll let you know about that just in time for Valentine's Day. Let's Go Fall in Love. We'll listen to that in just a moment, but it is available right now on Spotify. My brother, and I'll call you my friend now. I think we have talked enough in person. Cory Henry, congratulations. Thank you for coming back in studio.
Oh, thank you, Mo. Thanks for having me, Sam. I'm so glad to be back.
I look, when I saw, when it finally hit the web, when you actually won your Grammy and you literally ran up to the stage.
Thank you to the Recording Academy. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. That's all I can say. I was just rushing in here. I'm just so happy to be here. Thank you to all my peers. Thank you to everybody who helped me make the Church album. Raphael Sadiq, Bishop Carlton Pearson, John P. Key. The list goes on. There's so many songs, and it's been a blessing to me because it's literally my life history on record. So, man. And this is a testimony for me to tell everybody who knows me to follow God and to follow your dreams, follow God, and you direct your path. Thank you guys for this award. I love you all.
You said on social media, "To God be the Grammy," as a play on words, "To God be the glory."
Yeah.
I understood that. I felt that. And there's another saying where they say, "You may know my glory," to tie together, but you may not know my story. And part of your story was you were going to retire, weren't you?
Yeah. That is. That's been a lot. That's been a big talking point for me as of the recent years. And the career has brought me much joy and much pain at that time, and still, but winning brings a lot of joy now. It brings it kind of full circle. It makes it feels like all the hard work wasn't in vain.
You made it clear, and not that you're not humble, but you were honest and you were transparent, saying basically, and I'm paraphrasing you, yes, I want to win. Yes, it's nice to be nominated, but yes, I want to win. How nervous were you in the moments leading up to them saying your name?
Honestly, I wasn't nervous at all this time around, actually. Every other year that I've been nominated as a solo artist, when they are doing the name call, I get anxious and my heart start pounding, and I just like, I start breathing, and, you know, I hear them say my name, and then I'm waiting for them to call my name for the win, and I just get like so like pressure. But this time was much different. My grandmama was with me.
Big Mama, as they say.
Big Mama, Dr. J. You know, Grammy Award winning Dr. J. She was with me. My little sister, my little cousin was with me. My uncle was with me, which is a total difference than any other time that I spend in California. To have my family. So I felt like the stress or the pressure or the whatever it was that was happening that would normally lead up to this moment in which, you know, I've waited so long to, you know, to live and get to. It felt like it was just chill. It felt like we was getting ready for church.
Put it another way, maybe you let go and let God?
Yeah, let go, let God, you know, and just enjoy the time and enjoy what's happening. Matter of fact, to be honest, the reason why I was running is because I just got in the room.
That's what I heard. It's like you were literally running as they were announcing your category.
Yeah. There was a traffic jam.
Imagine that.
You know, right, in LA. Jeez. There was somebody, like some car crash, and then we ran into another jam somewhere else. So, it was just not normal, you know, just getting there. It was very unusual. I felt like the devil was trying to block me. But I made it anyway.
I have followed your career for quite some time, but I know your career transcends genre. I know you as a gospel artist. You're a funk artist. You're a jazz artist. You already had a Latin Grammy. You had appeared on all music from hip hop to pop as far as guest artists. In fact, your new single, I'm going to play that in a moment, available on Spotify right now, Let's Go Fall in Love, I would say is probably one of the broadest musical selections I've heard you do in a musical genre sense. You can wear all the hats, but here's the question. How would you describe your music?
Oh, man. I describe my music as soul music, or better yet, future soul. I've been liking to call it future soul, you know. But it's music that just touches the heart. I want all my music to touch the heart, to touch the emotions, to make you feel something. So soul music is what I would call it.
When I was playing your bumper coming in, I didn't play the whole song, but it's from, you were performing on BBC. And it was, you're performing Billie Jean, a rendition of Billie Jean.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to me how you seemingly are very comfortable in any musical environment. You're playing with a full orchestra. And also there were electronic instruments. They had someone obviously playing the guitar riffs from Billie Jean. Is there anything that you haven't done in a musical sense that you would like to do, or a performance venue?
Man,
that's my job, to ask those questions, which makes you pause and think.
Yeah, I'm like, I haven't thought about that. I will say this. I over about 2-3 weeks ago at NAMM convention, I started a new duo. You know, maybe I want to call it. Yeah, and it's interesting because it happened from a jam session with my brother. Shout out to Shawan Andrews, and we've been playing music that sounds like something I wasn't even really trying to target before. And it sounds like, and I never called it this. My other homie called it this. He said, it sounds like you're doing EDM jazz soul music, EDM, you know, DJ. And I was like, oh, that's interesting, you know, that's happening. And that people were like that. We played it about 2 or 3 times around NAMM. And then, it got me closer to what I wanted to do coming into this year. I've been wanting to DJ.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't see you as a DJ, but I didn't know that.
I got these ideas in which, you know, I'm a DJ and play some drums on the side, or take a solo, you know, with a Moog or something like that. But I want to spin records, and for a lot of reasons. But doing how I was doing it in this new duo, I was like, oh, we could be in the DJ space, and I'm looking forward to making music that is like dancey, but I don't want to call it EDM, but like in that space, you know, just in that space.
You took one of my questions, because I was going to ask you, when I encounter people who are driven, they're usually less concerned about what they've already done and more concerned about the next thing. Yes, you wanted to win a Grammy, but your mind is already probably beyond the Grammy. So is the DJing the next thing or just one of a bunch of next things?
It is one of a bunch of things. I think already coming into it, I was several projects in of things I recorded, worked on, and got to the finish line, and I want to get those things out, you know? Much like this song, like this song, I worked on this song, and nobody, you know, knew I was working on it, but I just have these songs, you know, just like ready to push play on. And
let me jump in there. I wonder, and tell me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm right. Do you sometimes wake up in the middle of the night with a melody in your head? You just have to get it down before you forget about it?
Absolutely. You know, as soon as it hits, I'm like, oh man, I feel a tingle in my fingers, you know, and I'm like, oh man, let me go sit down or let me grab my phone. It's a lot of, let me grab my phone. I'd be like,
do you sing the melody or do you have like an app where you can like just play a melody?
No, just singing it. Singing it is normally enough. And it's normally, like really, jumbled, you know, like I could be singing, I was like, and I start saying chords like E flat to the G to the F to the, you know.
Oh, you would go that deep. So it's not even a melody, it's a chord progression, and you hear the parts already in your head.
Yeah. Especially if I'm not around a piano, you know. And sometimes those are the best songs when I'm not around a piano, you know, and I could like just be in the car and then it hits me, I'm like, and I just start singing a thing, and I'm like, oh, this is a song.
Okay, but you hear then the melody, the harmony, do you hear the backing vocals, do you hear the full instrumentation, or is it just a melody in that moment?
It depends, but normally I hear the whole song. It's like, if I get an idea, or let's say, not say the whole song, but I hear all the parts in the song. Like, if I get a chorus, right? Normally, if I hear a melody in my head, I can hear the bass part to the melody, the chords to the melody, the drum part, you know, like all that's kind of playing along with it, you know. So the idea comes packaged normally, you know, if it's one part of a song or the entire song, it's normally packaged. And if it's not, then I'm like, all right, let me call in the homie to make some drums up to this or something like that.
But the song is pretty much complete. You just haven't put it down as a full recording.
Yes.
That's what they call brilliance and genius. My goodness. When we come back, we're going to get into his new song, Let's Go Fall in Love. I would call it a national debut, you know, world premiere, if you like. Here on Later with Mo Kelly, Cory Henry in studio. Oh, excuse me. Wait, let me back up. Grammy Award winning Cory Henry. Wow. KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
All my people singing, we gon' ride. Everybody, we gon' ride.
KFI, Mr. Mo Kelly. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app, and I'm continued to be joined in the studio by Grammy Award winning artist Cory Henry. And Cory, let me pick up right there. It's one thing to win a Grammy. It's another thing to say, I have a Latin Grammy and a Grammy. What is, I would say, more impactful or more, not more important, but touched you more emotionally?
In terms of the Grammys?
Mm-hmm.
I guess this one does more emotionally. This one, it seems like my whole life has now made some type of sense personally. And there's so many reasons I can go forever talking about it. I was thinking often about, how long I spent in church and how, you know, many years and hours and like times and services and concerts and traveling and practicing, and it's just so much that went into that experience. And I used it for all my music, no matter, you know, like the genre.
Yep.
But to actually specifically go back and, or go to the studio and, remember and record the music that I grew up playing, and to win a Grammy for that is like, is kind of mind blowing, like to get it from the thing that like I started from.
What I appreciate most about that album, Church, it took me back to my early days in the church, the old time religion, the hymns, the things that we would sing in the church all the time. And I always go ballistic in a good way when I hear a Hammond B3. And I usually it's not necessarily prominently featured, but I can hear it in what you do. And before we get to your single, it reminded me you did this piece for Dr. Henry Louis Gates, where you were playing on the Hammond B3. And it almost brought tears to my eyes. That takes me back. When you sit down at the Hammond these days, does it also take you back? Does it take you somewhere else, sometime else? Oh, yes. And especially when I'm playing songs like Amazing Grace. My mama taught me how to play that song. That's the first song I ever learned. And when I play any song that's like that, or songs that are from my childhood, it makes me think about when I was a kid, learning them and playing them in church. And it does bring me to tears very often. It's very emotional. I'm very connected to these songs in a very deep way. And, and it brings me back every time, That was the beginning, but where you are now, you're at a different point in your career. You're playing different music. I think it's now time that we play a little bit of Let's Go Fall in Love. And it's perfect. It's in time for Valentine's Day. But before I play it, tell me about it. What inspired you? What is it about? This song is for the lovers. This song is for all the lovers out there. I think, I just like love songs, and I play love songs all the time. Some of my favorite songs are love songs from Al Green, Marvin Gaye. I was getting ready to ask you who fits that bill for you. Bill Withers and, Stevie Wonder and, the list goes, Earth, Wind and Fire. Love songs are some of the greatest songs ever written. And no matter what, people feel about Valentine's Day, this song is for the lovers, so it's always a good time for the lovers. And, I got with my boy, shout out to my boy, Charlie Burrell and Sharice Burrell, for helping me put this one together. And I'm just excited that, this song is, beyond just being for the lovers, it's a dance feel good track. And, it's something that's very different from what I've heard from you. Very different. For sure. It's definitely a left turn from all my other music, but, I'm really happy about it. Excited that it's out, and, world premiere of Let's Go Fall in Love from Grammy Award winning artist Cory Henry, available right now on Spotify. Let's Go Fall in Love from Grammy Award winning artist Cory Henry. And Cory, let me end our conversation with this question, and it kind of connects back to Let's Go Fall in Love. I was not amazed or surprised that you won because I know about your keyboard virtuosity, but you, Jean-Baptiste, who just performed the national anthem for the Super Bowl, and Alicia Keys were among the nominees in the annual Pianote Awards, honoring the top pianists and virtuosos in the world.
What?
The live Piano Awards will be broadcast next Thursday. What does it mean to be seen in that company, or heard more actually?
Oh, this is incredible. Man, that's incredible to be just in the company of amazing players and amazing musicians, amazing people, you know. I didn't even know that was happening.
Yes. You got so many awards and accolades. You're among the number. You're in the member.
I'm just glad to be in the number one
That's
more
right.
time.
One more time.
Thank God. And
your cup is running over.
Running over. Oh yes. And it's beautiful. You know, I put out a piano album like last year or something like that, and I've been devoting more time to the instrument. When I listen to John Baptiste play, you know, since you mentioned him specifically, and all the time that I've spent with him, you know, working on music and things, when I hear him play, I'm inspired by the way he is trying to always like use the instrument like as a resource or a source of energy of like freshness, and like he's never being fake about, you know, playing the instrument.
Nope.
And I was like, I just always loved that. And I got a piano in my house now, so I like practice every day. And I really put time. I grew up as an organ player. I don't know if I said that before, but I grew up as an organ player. So, yeah, the piano is a different world.
It's a completely different instrument. I mean, they're night and day.
Night and day. And, to be recognized, for piano is like, oh man, most of my favorite music is coming from the piano, you know. And almost every time I mention a favorite musician of mine is normally a piano player. So to be recognized in this honor is, I'm humbled and grateful, and yeah, thank you.
Very quickly, before we close out, what's coming up next? Anything that you want to share? And of course, how can people find you on social media if they haven't already?
What's coming up next? I am gearing up to, start the church fellowship.
Church doors are now open.
The church.
That's very specific. Yeah.
The doors of the church are now. Is there one? We will be going up. Oh man. Once a month in LA and once a month in New York. There'll be more details. You could catch me on, my Instagram or,
which is,
Cory Henry, Cory Henry, or, X is the same thing. Cory_Henry. But yeah, you see some things that I'll be posting, and I got a lot more music happening. I got a lot more releases happening, and yeah, that's it. That's about it right now.
That means you got a lot more appearances and times you got to stop by here, because anytime you got something, you got to stop by here. Later, Mo Kelly, we would love to have you.
I would be so glad to come back and share all this new stuff that's going on, for sure.
I will tell you, as I tell other friends of the show, your success is our success, and we celebrate you and salute you. Congratulations, Cory Henry, on your Grammy Award for Best Roots Gospel Album.
Thank you so much.
It's Later with Mo Kelly, KFI AM 6.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart, and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions.
It's over! Fly, Eagles, fly!
Celebrate the big win with the official licensed Super Bowl champions gear. Available now at NFLShop.com.
The Eagles win it! Super Bowl 59!
From jerseys to hats to must-have collectibles, we've got everything you need to rep your team with pride. Don't wait. These styles won't last. Shop now at NFLShop.com and gear up like a champion.
Looking for excitement? Chumba Casino is here. Play anytime, play anywhere. Play on the train, play at the store, play at home, play when you're bored. Play today for your chance to win and get daily bonuses when you log in. So what are you waiting for? Don't delay. Chumba Casino is free to play.
Experience social gameplay like never before. Go to Chumba Casino right now to play hundreds of games, including online slots, bingo, Slingo, and more. Live the Chumba life at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary.
640 Live, everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Well, it's Later with Mo Kelly on KFI AM 640.
We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app, and I wish you could have heard the conversation during the break. Cory Henry was nice enough to bring in his keyboard he was going to play. I just didn't know he had it with him. I was all prepared for it. I was talking to his person, his publicist, we were going back and forth. It's like, okay, do I need to bring the amp? Yeah, he's going to bring his keyboard. And because things were rushed at the end, because he was so nice to come in, I didn't see him bringing his keyboard. So that means he's going to have to come back again and he's going to play for us. That's just my bad. Missed opportunity. I want to blame you, Steph. You should have let me know. Or Mark, you should have let me know.
I think you did that on purpose so we could get another performance.
Well, we're going to get a performance at some point.
Nice.
But as I close out the show in the week for my final thought, I did say that the fellas, we're going to go see Captain America, Brave New World. And I wanted to talk about that. And you know, it's starring Anthony Mackie, Harrison Ford, Tim Blake Nelson, and others. And the movie is not hitting theaters without controversy. We've talked about some of it. You may not know all of it. But some have complained, maybe you are in this group, that there's only one Captain America, and it's the character Steve Rogers, as portrayed by Chris Evans. I mean, that's nice. It's not true, but it's nice for you to think that. Even in the comics, Anthony Mackie's character Sam Wilson took the mantle of Captain America. Even Bucky took the mantle of Captain America, and he basically was a Russian spy killing Americans. And if you're okay with him taking the mantle of Captain America, I damn sure know that Sam Wilson can. And others have complained Anthony Mackie's character didn't take the super serum, so therefore he can't be Captain America. That's nice. It's nice that you think that. But if you really know the Captain America subtext, it was Steve Rogers' heart which made him great. And that was enhanced by the serum. But speaking of the comics, if you really knew Sam Wilson, the character, you should already know that, and this is assuming you know the comics, that Sam Wilson, the character, served in the Air Force 58th Rescue Squadron as a pararescueman and did 2 tours and was a test pilot, expert marksman with military firearms. He was an expert in hand-to-hand combat. He was a master pilot. He was an expert tactician who helped plan special operations. He was a counselor to veterans with PTSD. He was already an American hero. Put that in a real person, you would probably say, yeah, they're worthy of being Captain America. And for all the talk we have about respecting or disrespecting the military, to say that that guy, Sam Wilson, that character, is either unworthy to represent America or is not appropriate to represent America. Y'all are telling on yourselves. But such a debate is not completely disconnected to the whole point of the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. And this idea of what is America, who is American, and who deserves to represent America. Yeah, I know Captain America, Brave New World is a movie, but it's also a mirror held up to us as we trip over ourselves, making Kendrick Lamar's point that some people have the idea, and it's the wrong idea, some people have the idea that America is only for some people and only certain circumstances. That never was and never will be the case. For KFI AM 640, I'm Mo Kelly.
KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Roku has what you need to make your college home away from home feel more like your own. Make your dorm the place to be with Roku TV. Or bring a Roku streaming stick to easily access all your favorite free and premium content like iHeartRadio. Stream your favorite playlist with the Roku Vibe Setting Smart Light strips to sync your music to millions of colors and make your dorm feel more like you. Make your dorm the place to be with Roku TVs, streaming players, and smart lights. Head to Roku.com or your favorite retailer to deck out your dorm.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions.
It's over! Fly, Eagles, fly!
Celebrate the big win with the official licensed Super Bowl champions gear. Available now at NFLshop.com.
The Eagles win it! Super Bowl 59.
From jerseys to hats to must-have collectibles, we've got everything you need to rep your team with pride. Don't wait. These styles won't last. Shop now at NFLShop.com and gear up like a champion.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.